They say there's 300 days of sun in Colorado at 360. This isn't one. Welcome to the BROCR review. And howdy everybody, we are here at Fort Carson Military Base with our new bro host co-host, Jason Thompson.
What's up?
We just got done with the Fort Carson.
That was cold at the end.
That was very cold. Dunk wall was horrible, the wind, it was
hills.
Lots of hills.
Lots of hills.
Well, we're in the mountains kinda, so cactuses.
Cactuses. Got one on my foot about 2 miles in. That was awesome to run with the whole time.
It was a special moment here. But really cool course, about 9.3 miles long, 9.5.
Yeah, about 9.5.
We shot a gun.
New obstacle.
New obstacles. But cool race, fast race. Start line, 35 degrees.
And horses.
So stick around, we're gonna have some great interviews, and we'll see you out there on the course. Joe Forney, regular on the BROCR review, finishing his 3 times for this year.
Again, the tortoise is in the house.
Good deal. I just finished my first trifecta of the year, actually.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Always good.
So, what do you take away from the course today, Joe?
This is a venue I hadn't done before, so I was very happy to be here. It was a good course. It was very cold at the very beginning.
Absolutely.
But it was really, really nice on the course. As soon as you started running, you warmed up really well. They spaced it out pretty well as well. You were warm until about 8 miles and you hit the dunk wall.
The dunk wall, it seems everybody I've been talking to, I talked to Faye, I talked to Isaiah, everybody hated that dunk wall.
Well, yeah, hate is such a strong word. Let's say that I was very cold afterwards. You know, you get to run through an empty field, run down and do the spear throw.
And then the wind.
The wind is what makes it cold. But again, you know what, even when it's cold, you know, it's a lot of fun out here. You know, you have people out here, most people, except for myself, of course, are very nice. So, very good to be around. So, we worked out pretty good. So, no, great course. A little over 10 miles by Spartan math. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was nice. The hills weren't very long, but they killed you because they could push it in. So, it was pretty good. Not too bad.
Well, thank you for being on the review, Joe, and we'll see you out there next time.
All right.
So we're here with the BROCR regular, Dylan. He's one of our good friends, and he runs the hurricane heats. Dylan, can you tell us a little bit about what you put them through yesterday on the course?
Yeah, yesterday this was actually our first ever first ever hurricane heat on a military base. So we switched things up a little bit. We usually have them bring a specialized gear item. Yesterday we left that out and used some specialized gear from the military base itself, and did a little bit of military training with some smoke grenades, things like that, and really did a lot of team-based events, things like that.
Awesome. So the hills here, we kind of talked yesterday about, it's like a crater. So you kind of keep going up and down. Can you tell us a little bit about how you use that terrain, especially for the hurricane heat?
Yeah, we actually started calling that the fishbowl, which is like a fishbowl. So we used some of the terrain out here. I don't know if you guys saw us out here yesterday or not. We had about 4 or 5 500-pound tires, and we took that up and down a couple of the inclines, and we did a lot of body weight exercises as far as fireman carries and things of that nature.
Awesome deal. Well, we'll see you out there, buddy. Thanks for being on.
Take it easy.
So I'm here with Isaiah Vidal, and Isaiah, we had a hell of a race today, didn't we?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting.
It was pretty cool. How'd you feel about the rucksack? Rucksack.
That was the easiest part of the race.
So, let me out with some of your racing here today, Isaiah. How'd you feel today? How did it go?
You know, to be truly honest with you, I'm dealing with injury right now, so
Okay.
It was rough out there for me. Just because all the terrain was just like dirt rocks and just at a slanted 45-degree angle. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
And there was so much downhill running. It was just 11-mile course, dude.
It was a long course today.
It was painful, long, and just...
and here's the difference right now. The sun's actually starting to come out.
Yeah. It was like 40-something degrees this morning.
I think it says 35. It was crazy.
Okay, 34. 34. Maybe 33.5.
Somewhere in there. But overall, cool race though.
How'd you do?
So I was about, low 30s today.
But you finished, right?
But I finished.
Look, okay, that's all that matters. At a Spartan race, it's all about finishing. It doesn't matter what you place. Just just matters about when you finish and how you finish and how you can tell others that they can do it as well.
As long as you finish on your terms and do the best of what you know is going on, it's a good day. Exactly. Well, hey, thank you, Isaiah.
As always, man, it's a pleasure.
I'll see you out there on the course, buddy.
Sure.
So I'm here with Reno from Boku Superfoods. Now Boku is a great product that has just sponsored us. They're starting to work with us a little bit, and we're just excited for the chance to do it. We're going to talk about dunk walls today. So today,
dunk wall looked pretty tough today.
It was rough, and as you'll see in the review, many people have been talking about it, how cold it was. You guys were actually out at Tahoe last year. And why don't you tell us a little bit about the story about how cold it was there and what you guys did?
Well, I think the temperature at 5 a.m. was like 5. I mean, it was freezing cold. It warmed up a little. And you know what we ended up doing? We had initially activated at the base of the mountain, which was great. It was normal sort of Boku activation sampling product. And then when we learned how cold it was and how so many of these racers were actually suffering, in fact, many of them came down off the mountain on stretchers with hypothermia. So the idea hit that we should heat the Boku Super Fuel, which, as you know, is incredible. It's loaded with adaptogenic phytonutrients. It's amazing fuel for racers and people in general. But we had never really offered it heated. So at first we were told, you know, a bunch of people told us there's no way we're going to gain access to any appliances or any way to heat the food. Well, you know, one phone call to Joe, and next thing you know, we're on the phone with the CEO of the resort, and he opened up the commissary for us, and they had these big giant boilers, and we were able to boil 10 gallons at a time. By the way, we emptied the shelves within 50 miles. There was not a can or box of, you know, organic rice milk, almond milk, we bought all the non-dairy milks. We had them rushed to the resort, took them up on the gondola, and then we were heating 10-gallon vats at a time with super fuel in these non-dairy milks, and we had them in big thermoses. So we sort of repositioned at the top of the mountain. We had our Boku super fueling station, and we were right there as the racers were coming out of that frozen pond. And I mean, it's no joke, these guys were blue, guys and girls. I mean, there were so many people, and they were just absolutely frozen. So in the world of marketing, you know, we call it a pitch and catch, right? So here we are pitching the Boku, and man, it was a perfect catch because these people were frozen. So the warm super fuel actually began by initially heating the core, and then those beautiful organic plant-based fuels entering their blood. And we got testimonials, our social media blew up. People were coming back to us telling us that we saved their lives, we saved their race. It was really exciting.
I can tell you right now, I remember that swim, I remember the dunk wall and how horrible it was. And the today was actually pretty similar as far as temperature-wise for the water.
It's cold out here today.
But man, it's so exciting to hear testimonials and people actually using it and seeing a huge difference in their game. And we also talk about athletes here that we see that are phenomenal athletes that are using this on a daily basis, and it's really changing and upping the game. So for an everyday use, what would you say would be a great point of Boku?
Well, you know, that's one of the great recipes. It's one of the great values of everything we do at Boku, where we're out here fueling elite athletes, and they're seeing the difference at the finish line, where these guys are showing up on the podium because for the first time they're embracing the potential of plant-based superfood nutrition and seeing the difference that those functional superfoods make. But you know, we're constantly reminded that life is like an obstacle course race, right? And we're all in it. We're all athletes in the sport of life, and we all want to win it. And so we're seeing our super fuel, which we created for elite endurance athletes, has risen straight to the top as one of our best sellers for normal everyday people, which, by the way, most of these Spartan racers are when they leave this venue. We've got soccer moms, we've got students, we've got cops and firemen and lawyers and doctors. And
it's everybody.
Exactly, and that's where Boku Superfood comes in. It really is for everybody.
Awesome. Well, thank you for being on the review today.
Great to meet you, Jacob. Thank you so much.
We'll see you out there.
And by the way, I just want to say thanks so much for the partnership with BROCR. It really means a lot to us.
It's nothing. We're happy to be on board, and we're happy to be doing everything with you. But she had a great race today out here in Colorado. Faye, how was your race today?
It was good. I was coming off Montana, the NBC race, so things were kind of hyped up for that race, so just tried to do this one for fun. Loved the course. The coldness really messed up my circulation in my hands, and I was falling off things that I normally don't fall off, so that was a bit disappointing, but it was fun. I was right up there with KK. Me and her were battling through the first 5 miles of the race, which was a lot of fun, and yeah, it was a wicked course. Technical terrain, so watching those ankles, and I was a little hesitant on flying down through those hills. Don't want to injure yourself for the big goal being Tahoe. So
what did you think of the cactuses out there today?
cactuses? Well, Joe told me about the cactuses, and I was a little bit nervous about them because I was thinking like hip height cactuses, but they were fine. They're just little guys on the ground. I got one little cactus, what do you call it? Cactus prick or whatever in my hand. Just quickly check that out. So not too bad.
How about the dunk wall too today? Was that
I
cold
hated
enough?
that. That was freezing. I honestly, that was awful. That was so cold. And after the race, they were making us stand around for photos, and I was just in an uncontrollable shiver. So that was, I almost thought that the pain after the race from being cold was almost as bad as the pain during the race.
It's the wind, I think.
Yeah, maybe.
It really is a windy day.
Yeah.
All right, well, Faye, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll see you out there on the course.
Awesome, thanks.
And that's Colorado.
Colorado.
We had a great time here. We had a lot of great friends here. And mountains, elevation. So yesterday, what would you have as the elevation?
2,100 feet.
About today, about 1,000.
Yeah, 1,100 somewhere.
Yeah, about 6 miles today, about 10 miles yesterday. So great time. As you can see the mountains behind us, we just gorgeous in the afternoons, but in the morning it's a bit cold.
A little bit chilly. They said the dunk wall had a sheet of ice on it this morning.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's what the guy said. He said before anybody got there was a very thin sheet.
Oh my
forming.
God. Well, anyway, so you've got a feel for that now. So anyway, we thank everybody for watching it, and we'll see you guys out there on the course.
Peace.
This episode of the BROCR Review brought to you by Boku Superfoods. Love life. Vita Coco. Hydrate naturally. HYLETE apparel. Join the HYLETE Nation at HYLETE.com. Organic fuel. Save the bros. And PepPod. Drop a pod, raise your energy, rule the world.